Hi, I'm Tyler and this is my web development video demonstration of Snackman. So we're just playing the game. As you can see, can collect points. Mine can collect coins because that's one of the unique features. There's an upgrade system where you can buy upgrades. You buy upgrades with coins. One thing you'll notice is that the movement is different. The default code we were given was continuous. You could move anywhere. I changed it to discrete because I felt that it played better. Yeah. So we've got a win state because I managed to win. There are many upgrades, but at random we will be shown 3. If we can afford one, we can buy one. Or we don't have to buy anything, and so on. The upgrades are defined by an API. So for example, the bomb's the most complex one that I've implemented. And it just uses a bunch of hooks, like if an enemy hits it, if a player hits it, and so on. This means it's extremely easy to add an upgrade. You would just, for example, if you wanted to make a shield but it lasts longer, you would just copy that and change a few things. Very simple. So let's go and show an upgrade. Let's do point doubler. Test give coins. So as you can see, I've got these test methods as well, so I can give myself coins. Give myself 1,000, and we've just purchased point doubler. And we'll just disable pausing so the DevTools doesn't pause things. This is a known bug, it's listed in my report. When we detect if a window's been unfocused, you're technically unfocusing the main window when you focus DevTools. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So as you can see, we've got the point doubler. It will be enabled for the next round only, and it doubles the points you collect. And another thing, you'll see the light grey circle. That is a robber. Instead of dealing damage, it will rob between 1 to 5 coins from you. It will still play the hit animation, and you'll still be invincible and unable to move for 1.5 seconds like the grunts do. Let's try to see if I can get that to show you. There you go. Lost some coins, didn't do any lives, but still had the animation playing. Test win, so let's win this, so we can see new ones. The purple circle is a witch. They will deal between, they'll either give you a life or take away a life. And they'll still play the same hit animation, and so on. Let's win this, so you can see the last enemy. And we have the crusher. As you can see, it moves half as fast as the others, but when you get hit, it will deal 2 lives. Let's show a lose state, eh? Let's get hit by the crusher. So because my score is non-zero, and yeah, because my score is non-zero, I'm being prompted if I want to save. If I leave this blank, it won't save it to leaderboard. If I press cancel, it won't save to leaderboard. If I put a name in, then you can see it's now saved and it's correctly ordered and such. Yeah. And the thing as well, as we progressed, the mazes are completely randomly generated. Everything is reachable. We're using a 4-way flood fill algorithm to check if every tile that isn't a wall is reachable. If so, what that means is every enemy that spawns can reach everywhere else. Every point is reachable. The player isn't stuck behind a wall, and so on and so forth. We increment difficulty. Every level you increase, a new grunt spawns. The maze increases by 1 tile, and each enemy has their own. Each enemy is defined in the config, and they have their own increment enemy count function. So what this is saying for the grunt, every round it will increase. The witch every 3 rounds it will increase. The robber every 2. The crusher every 4. And these are similarly defined like upgrades. They're less flexible. You can only deal lives or deal coins. So for example, the robber, we're using a JavaScript getter, so every time you get that property it's different, and just random between 1 and 5. It's extremely customizable. This can be changed. Yeah. I'm extremely happy with the overall architecture of the app and all that. It works well. yeah, I've got these testing functions. These are all documented in my report, and they're just handy as you've seen me use them. A few other things to go through the basic architecture. We have default global and level data. Data is separated into two categories. It's either global or level specific. So global data is mostly about the player, inputs and such, things that aren't related to the level. And then level data is related to the level. Yeah. Elements, which have a bunch of getters. So what this means is we can do elements, let's say shop dialog or upgrades dialog. Every time you get this, it's refetching it. So what this means is it's always getting it. I don't have to set this property. Every time you call it, it gets it. Bunch of event handlers. I guess there we can show this on screen display. If you click, it will go in a direction. If I press a key, it will cancel it and go in that direction. I can then switch these. Works very well. I can turn it off. And yeah, as you can see, if we were to switch tabs, it pauses. This is this known bug which I've recorded. When you focus DevTools, it pauses the game. Here's the flood fill algorithm. It's actually quite a simple algorithm, and it's very easy to understand. Mine's stack based because I was encountering recursion issues with JavaScript, because the JavaScript stack size isn't very big, so we just create our own stack. Yeah. You can look through this. This is the enemy movement. This is sort of interesting. We have what I call a probability matrix. So it's depending on where it came from. It depends on how likely it's to go somewhere. So if it goes, yeah, pretty good. Here's the CSS. You got basic theming things. One note is I'm using nested CSS. And this is a relatively new CSS feature, but it is widely supported in all major browsers, it works everywhere, and I personally enjoy it, so for this project I've decided to use it. Nested CSS is very simple. You just use the use the ampersand icon to relate to this. So if you were to have test.testing, it'd be the same as doing .test. Testing. Alright. So similar, but it's just one's nested, one isn't. Here you can see all the dialogues that are already filled out. The shop one does get customized with JavaScript because the items are dynamic, it changes. Yeah. Other stuff. So this coin icon I made myself just very quickly, nothing special. 2 circles and a grey dollar symbol. The bomb I made myself as well, that took a while, but simple, and I think they're effective. I didn't make assets for the enemy because I couldn't come up with designs that I liked. And Snackman, this is the fav icon, so it's the icon you see here, and I believe it's the icon that I show here. The actual player is just a CSS circle, and I'm using a mask and animating that. To move it, it just looks better than the picture that was there by default. I basically removed all the default code and started from scratch. I think that is everything. I've gone through everything, and yeah, that's my submission. I hope it's good. Thank you.